participant from the playoff last year, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Louisville's offense will take the first swing of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going, make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Under fire. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. So Clemson's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
The pull and throw off the RPO.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They'll leave it with him. Quick spin on the run. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll run the sneak for it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back.
Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Powers forward. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They go right back to this guy on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Trying to surge it in. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
As a defense, it's so hard covering this guy. Because of his frame, you're not really going to match up, but this guy's also got some wheels. The hard part is bringing him down after the catch. This guy's like a giant giraffe. You're just lions hanging on his neck trying to drag him to the ground. Not easy to do.
Brad behind the line. It's Conrad. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Handoff to the single running back. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Cardinals will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he has run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
Illegal touchdown.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Immediately fires to the middle. Corralled and brought down by the defense. It'll be 3rd and long. Motion from the back. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
The quarterback just lost track of the play clock. Didn't get the snap off quickly enough. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
You got to be so careful too, David, because on 3rd and long, they're playing their nickel now. They've got extra DBs on the field. Those windows are going to open and close really, really quickly. And I think that time the quarterback got a little too greedy trying to fit that football in a small window.
He did, and I like the zone coverage too because everybody's staring at the quarterback, so you can get a really good break on the football, knowing where the sticks are. They break on it, and they get the big interception.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And they can't make the connection. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. Implications galore inside the SEC, and we'll circle back if anything big should happen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll go to work in the air on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. Makes the grab, and a nice gain. Gets it to the 35. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Turning it on! All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Clemson now operating in the red zone. Off the play fake on first down. Gets it out fast. Touchdown, Clemson! A great catch and run for 6.
And just a really nice throw. Really good touch towards the sideline on that corner route. And the receiver does a nice job catching the football and immediately getting up the field, getting in the end zone for the big touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They'll give it to the back. Shakes off the defender. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. They'll go to the ground. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. And the Cardinals with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Breaks the tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. It's incomplete, and will change ends of the field now. We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. The Cardinals decide to punt it away. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Looking to throw for it. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Fired in from the red zone for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And here's the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. Time catch along the sidelines, got the foot down, and an excellent throw, too. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Clemson.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap it off with a play that can build momentum, a 78-yard touchdown pass. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hauls it in. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. Motion from the wide receiver. From the gun, the running back has it. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They'll run play action. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
And the Cardinals look to keep this drive humming. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offside defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Looking to throw on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on third. Complete with conviction on the crosser. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-goal situation from the 8. Looking to throw. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Big guy smells it. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the touchdown Cardinals. Fitted in the window for the score.
Tell you what, as a defensive back, as a defensive player, you know, down here near the goal line, I got to get tight on my guys. I can't give away the easy stuff like that. Too easy near the goal line for that pitch and catch.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And they tack on the extra point to cut the lead to 21-17. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Mississippi State is ahead early in Stark Vegas, but that's not exactly Dak Prescott out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Alabama.
Looking to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Kendricks.
Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Working that left side now. Still running at the 40. Racing down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
This offense is high octane, boy, and you just saw it. Not a lot of time needed for them to go all the way and score 6. Well done.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's inside the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, Louisville. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends, like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they close it to a 28-24 game. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Makes the quick grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. This has been a staple of the offense at Clemson. Get those big receivers, let them make plays downfield, and it's been very effective over the years.
Yeah, and good quarterback play obviously helps, but when you got good matchups on the outside, it kind of makes the defense very predictable. Like, I got to give help. Okay, it helps my running game. You don't give help. Okay, I'm throwing to my freak out wide. So I think these guys on the outside with all that speed definitely are a problem for defenses.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Tigers. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
And the extra point is good. They're up 35-24. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Makes the grab. It's Coates. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Cardinals send out the punt unit. He's got it. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And it slips just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Going right to work up top. And wings it incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. This time he's got it. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. They'll try to get it through the air. A strike downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. To the air on 1st down. Oh, he makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Complete. And the 1st guy couldn't get him, but the 2nd one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Conrad. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Flips it out to the back. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking downfield very late in the half. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. And it's 3rd down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. And that is no good. And after the miss, it's still a 14-point game. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this 1st half.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far in Death Valley, and welcome into the halftime report. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's send it back to our guys high above Howard's Rock.
The Cardinals will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but the sweet pulling catch is plenty to give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tight.
Oh, he's got, look at that toughness, just running through everybody. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back open in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun. Give on the inside. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run. He's got his man. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. So now it's 2nd and long. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Cardinals are flying down the field. Lost to throw again. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry, old-school Clemson great on the D-line. He'd be proud of watching that performance on that last play. This guy right here, man, sometimes he just looks like a throwback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Pulls it in, it's Coates. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes the catch near the 50. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Touchdown, Cardinals! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Now, a lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
On to attempt the try. Smashes it through for the PAT. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kendricks. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And that's a first down.
Thanks to grab.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught behind the line. It's Kendricks. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Brings up 3rd down.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He'll do it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. Breaks into the open. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And the Cardinals, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, running back gets to give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Fires to the big fella. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's the handoff. Not much to show for it. This defense has kept them bottled up all day. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Trying play action. Got his man in the middle. And he'll be smacked to the ground. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Impte if they can stop him on third down. Pulls it in. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's the give off the left side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. And the Cardinals will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Cardinals. And here they come, almost all the way back. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Buffalo is in front. They've represented Western New York so well today, but they still have to finish the job, and that's not a given. They're up by 7 over the Red Hawks of Miami. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got a little space. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to win the field position with the return.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a 1st and goal. Snaps it in the shotgun. Touchdown, Clemson! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And I love the play call on offense there. It's a sudden change situation. You just got the turnover. You're now going to take a shot because you got the defense on their heels after they're back on the field quickly. Really nice play call.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he tacks on the extra point. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds his man in the middle. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the 1st down, but a good gain on that play. They'll keep it on the ground. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. There is just nowhere to run. 3 straight times and not one single inch forward on any of them. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. From the gun, the ground game. Turning it on! He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Let's see what Clemson comes up with on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
The identity of this offense is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Tight end now in motion. From the shotgun, the inside give. Yeah, it's a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Finds this big tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Coates. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. The Cardinals with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They're working that left side. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Cardinals have pushed it inside the 20. Looking to pass inside the red zone. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. The Cardinals, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. The give. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just one more yard. It's second and goal. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And they stop him again for no gain, and it will be third down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisville! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and to keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop, but that first down on the ice, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Defense has to use a timeout, and this call will be big. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.